Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I quickly want to go over the buy trade I caught on volatility on the honest index yesterday. And firstly, if you are not yet a part of my Telegram channel, then of course you are coming across my video for the first time. I would leave a link somewhere in the description below this video. You can do yourself a whole lot of good by getting on board as I drop my trade setups on a daily basis right there in my Telegram channel. Now you can see the very setup as, as was sent out in my Telegram channel, the before and then the aftermath, how it's ended up playing out. And here you can see the proof that the trade was taken with my exact entry right here, and also how it ended up playing out. Now, very quickly, let's delve right into the breakdown. And now you should already know, for me, everything really starts off on the daily time frame. Where I tend to go on the overview to establishing the directional bias from the daily time frame. So coming on the daily time frame, right here on volatility on the honest index, very clearly, we are in a bullish market structure, having seen price pointed us the current swing highs right out here. And then we have ourselves the higher lows that led to the swing highs. So until we have a bearish body candlestick close below this level, the market structure on volatility 100 index would still remain bullish to the upside. Now, having established the market structure on the daily time frame to the upside in a bullish in an uptrend, I always would go a step further to see that the 4-hour time frame is also in alignment with the daily time frame directional bias. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame. That's at the time where I got my entry for buys at around this level. The 4-hour time frame was also in a bullish trend. Where we had just seen this impulse move right about here, being the higher highs on the 4-hour time frame. And then we had this. So this was a very buy movement I traded. So as at the time I was getting into this buy move, we had this being the higher low. For me, this being the higher low that brought about this 4-hourly time frame swing highs. So I tend not to include candlesticks such as this, where we have just one bearish movement in the midst of bullish price rally. I tend not to include that as a major market structure for me. So the very reason, even though we had this bearish candlestick in the midst of this bullish candlestick, I still characterize this very movement as all just one impulse movement to the upside. So for me, this will be the dominant structure that leads to the highs, onto the fact that we had pointed more than one bearish candlesticks that sold before having that impulse leg to the upside. Now that's just for me anyways. So clearly having this as the higher low that led to the higher highs right about here. On the 4 hourly time frame, this indicates also a bullish trend in the markets, an uptrend in the markets. So until we have a body close below this higher low level at about here, until we have a 4 hourly time frame body candlestick close below the level, we would consider the market structure on the 4 hourly time frame to still be in an uptrend. Now this is it, guys. So clearly we have, for me, the daily time frame to the upside. And then also we have the 4 time frame to the upside. Now, having both the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame to the upside for me is a no-brainer, guys. This definitely concludes that I only want to be looking for potential buying opportunities. As for me, they present higher probability trade opportunities. Clearly, we have the daily time frame in an uptrend, the 4 hour time frame also in an uptrend. So first criteria has been met. We have both the daily time frame and the 4 hourly time frame in alignment. So both one of these higher time frames clearly headed to the upside. Safe to say, I only want to be looking for potential buying opportunities, which I ended up doing at the end of the day. Now, having established the market direction using the daily and the 4 hourly time frame, the very next thing, knowing fully well that I'm only looking to buy volatility 100 honest index as at the time would be to identify an area of interest for buys, an area of interest for buys. So I had the level right about here. Where I was looking to go in for buys. Yeah, somewhere on this point was where I had. Sorry about that. So yeah. So at this level where I was looking forward to going in for longs. I remember as at the time I was looking to go in for longs. Price had clearly had this very daily bullish candlestick close above, but clearly broken above this level. And as you can see, looking to the left previously, we had the level held up as a resistance right about here, resistance right about here on 2 occasions. You can see how the level right here, when we were beneath the level held up as resistance. Right here also, we had the level as a resistance. You can see how personally I would count that also. Right here, we had a break, then we had a quick retest, and then we had a drop off from the level. 580 psychological number. So owing to the fact that previously we've had to see multiple number of times our price has had significant movements away from the level for every time we tapped into the level, looking to the left, like I just illustrated. This made this level for me a valid area of interest, being a strong key level where I was looking to go in for buys, clearly having to see that previously on two occasions where the level held up as resistance. So a level that was previously a resistance broken, now expected to act as a support. So I had my eyes set at this level as soon as I see price clearly at that daily bullish momentum candlestick close above this level and clearly started trading above this level. All I needed for was for price to come right back into the level and then look to go in for longs. Now, guys, this is where when once I've been able to establish my directional bias using the daily time frame, correlating with the 4 hourly time frame, then of course I move a next step towards identifying an area of interest to get in on my potential trade opportunity. And then the next thing would be to wait for price to come right into my identified level area of interest. As soon as I see on the daily time frame the price, I tapped right back into the area of interest. This is where quickly I'd scale down to any one of my execution time frames. For me, any time frames below the 1 hour, 1 hourly time frame are perfect for executions. So I have the 1 hour time frame, the 30 minutes, the 15 minutes time frame are for my executions. As you can see, the daily and the 4 hourly time frame, the higher time frames for the directional bias, and then for establishing areas of interest for trade entries. And then when once price comes into these entries, those areas of interest, I go down to the lower time frames, the 1 hour, the 15 minutes, and 30 minutes for entry executions. Now, this is where as soon as price traded back into the level from the daily time frame perspective, where we had this next daily candlestick come right back into my identified area of interest, I'd scale down to the 30 minutes time frame where I had my entry for buys. Now, coming down to the lower time frames, what you tend to notice is whilst price is retesting your identified area of interests, many a time there would always be a sort of counter trend shifts on the lower time frame. So, what do I mean by this? Clearly, we had the 30 minutes time frame in a bullish market structure, higher low, higher high. We have this in the next higher low, right about here, higher high. And then we had this sell off that actually broke and closed below this higher low, printing us right here a lower low, shifting the market structure from bullish to bearish. Now, immediately we had that shift from bullish to bearish, we had quickly shifted back again to bullish, as you can see, owing to the fact that we had this lower low, this swing low, pointing us a higher high instead of a lower high. We had a higher high. So more like what? A continuation in the bullish market structure right here on the 30 minutes time frame. So we have this being the last higher low that led to the swing highs, higher highs right about here. So we would clearly still consider the 30 minutes time frame in an uptrend for as long as we don't see a bearish candlestick close below this. But that is not the case. As you can see right here, we had a nice sell-off, pointing us a very bearish momentum candlestick close below this higher low, pointing us right here, a lower low, shifting the market structure once again from bullish to bearish. And then we pretty much, from that point, kept seeing price pointing us lower highs and lower lows. Now, just so this doesn't get too complicated, I'd go and identify the very last swing low. So this is the very last lower low right here. And then with this being the lower highs that led to that swing low, right here, we have this being the lower high that led to this lower low. Now, guys, this is the cash. When once price trades back to my identified level area of interest, my daily time frame identified level area of interest, this is where, when once I scale down to my execution time frames, using any one of the time frames, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, the 15 minutes time frame, preferably, I love to stick with any one of these time frames that presents me the best trade outcomes, chart outcomes. And then when once price comes into the identified level area of interest, this is where I would love to see that the first condition for me to get in on trade would be the alignment of my entry or my execution time frames with that of the higher time frames. So clearly, having the higher time frames in a bullish market structure, the first entry condition for the first trade entry condition on my execution time frame would be the alignment of this time frame with that of the higher time frame. So clearly, we had this in a bearish structure. I would only look to go in for buys, even though price has clearly traded right into my daily time frame area of interest. I would only look to go in for buys when once I have what the 30 minutes time frame structure aligning with that of the daily time frame, which ended up playing out right here, where price had pointed this highs that is higher than the previous high, giving us what a higher high as opposed to the last lower high, shifting the market structure on the 30 minutes time frame from bearish now to bullish. Now, this is the only condition under which I would look to go in for buys. The first condition being the fact that what the execution time frame, in this case being the 30 minutes time frame, has to align with that of the higher time frame. Clearly, that has happened right here. So having this bullish impulse that led to a higher high right about here, shifting the market structure on the 30 minutes time frame from bearish to bullish. Now, as soon as that happens, the next thing I would love to see is a quick pullback, a quick retracement for price to come and potentially give me a higher low, where I'm always looking to go in for longs at the potential higher low. So potential higher low. Clearly right here. So I have this now being the swing lows that led to the swing highs. So you can see we had the nice retracements, even though we had come back to make a 100% retest of the previous swing lows. But as long as we did not body close below this level, everything still shakes, still very much intact. Market structure on the 30 minutes time frame still bullish. So clearly you can see now, when once I tend to see that pullback after the shifts of the market structure on the execution time frame, the very next condition for buys would be bullish momentum candlestick close, a bullish engulfing candlestick close, because I'm looking to buy. If I were looking to sell, it would be a bearish momentum candlestick close. So in this case, I was clearly looking to buy. This is where, after waiting for the pullback, the quick pullback, any bullish momentum candlestick close, all right, at the formation of the pullback leg would signify my entry signal for buys. So clearly, while we were having the pullback, you can see we had what? All bearish candlesticks being pointed, even though we kept on seeing what? Whilst price kept trading back to my area of interest, we kept having what? The momentum of the markets already kept reducing. where you can clearly see where it kept pointing even more smaller bearish candlesticks. And then eventually we have this being the perfect bullish engulfing candlestick, clearly engulfing 1 hour's worth of price action, as you can see. And then this for me was my entry signal for buy. The bullish engulfing candlestick close right here. 30 minutes bullish engulfing candlestick close was my entry signal for buy. So stop loss was just beneath the level right here. And then, guys, what I like to always do is I always love to trade from key levels to key levels. So having fully identified the trade opportunity from the daily time frame, this is where my take profit level target also was also going to be identified from the daily time frame. Now, looking to the key level, I had also this key level just above right here as my projected take profit level. So right here, I was looking at daily time frame key level. As you can see, that level was my take profit target because looking to the left, you can see how as soon as we tapped right into the level right here, some 3 months ago, this was June, sometime around June, 28th of June. As soon as we tapped into the level, you can see what we had, a nice rejection from the level, a massive sell-off from the level. So I definitely had my eyes at this very same level as my take profit target from one key level right into the next key level. And as soon as I had my entries from the 30 minutes time frame, it was a very quick price rally to the upside from my entry level all the way right into my take profit target. Initially, I was looking to target a 1-2-5 risk reward on this. But now, guys, this is the cash. Because of my experience, this is where I did not have to wait for price to come and automatically take me out of this trade after triggering my entry target somewhere around 620 psychological number, which ended up not happening. You can see just a few pips shy of my anticipated take profit level. You can see how price what ended up giving us more of the weak rejections from the level, which was very much expected. Going to the very strong level, you can see 3 months ago we tapped into the level and we had a very quick rejection from the level, and then was a massive, very sell-off from the level. So that explains the very reason why, even before price would hit my take profit somewhere around the 620 psychological number, I kept on looking for clues to exit the trade manually, which ended up playing out. Level we had what? Loss of bias momentum, bullish candlestick. After this bullish 30 minutes candlestick, kept on see what? Rejection from the upside, smaller bullish candlestick closes, more rejections from the upside, smaller bullish candlestick closes. And then, of course, I knew for a fact that what price was, I wasn't willing to part with the profit at accrued already on this. And this is where I exited the trade at close manually for a 1-4 here somewhere around this point. Now, this was because I was pretty much experienced and I knew that the level was a very strong level. Yeah, for a 1-4 so. And I'm glad I actually ended up closing out manually, because if I'd waited for price to come and take me out automatically, definitely this was never happening. You can see how we had what a very quick sell off right from the level. After that, rejections from the price level. Now, that's it, guys. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would suggest you your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this? And of course, guys, go ahead to like and share this video. Here you can see the channel. Here the setup was sent out sometime at 10 a.m. yesterday. And then just fit targets it on this. Yeah, thank you for staying to the end of this video, guys. See you in the next video.